Hello. I've been trying to start this intro thing for so long now, but I just keep going down these rambling rabbit holes. So I'm just gonna go through my notes that I have. This is Life Update 2, the sequel. We're just gonna talk about the things that I've been thinking about. First topic. It's time for the slop to stop. I would speedrun with YouTube on in the background, which caused overstimulation. I wrote this like a month ago, so some of the stuff's out of date. Recently, I cut down on a lot of the slop and a lot less overstimulation, and I'm a lot happier for it. Stuff that YouTube would recommend me was so boring that I was sort of forced to stop slopping out. Because for me to want to actually find a slop video, I consider a slop to be like an hour long video that I don't really pay attention to. It's on the second monitor when I'm playing another video game. It just became such a chore to find anything that was remotely decent as background noise that I just stopped. It became too much effort. Because people would either just say dumb stuff or I would be bored with the topic. So that's good. Bad algorithm, thank you. You have freed me. The SNES is in the drawer and I don't want to take it out. I guess we're going into speedrunning immediately. So speedrunning as a topic. The main question, is speedrun cringe? I would say not so much. You asked me this 3 years ago, I would say yes. You asked me this 2 years ago, I would say yes. 1 year ago, I'd say, eh. But now ask me now and I'm like, I think it's fine. There are far worse things you can be slopping out on, like balloons. Don't slop out on balloons. Worst mistake of my life. Balloons is really fun though, but it's also slop. Don't do it. Speedrunning for me, I don't have any more benefits to gain from it. Like, I've gotten a world record in a game that I cared about, which was Kirby Superstar. That was fun. I've taken the experience in. I don't need to take that experience again. Just doing it once is good enough for me. I can now transfer my energy to things that I actually care about and would maybe make my life better, like arts or doing healthy stuff, working out, cooking healthy meals. I'm doing a transfer of energy, as they call it. Super Metroid. This is a topic. I can't watch the game anymore. It's like, I don't want to speedrun. If I watch people playing the game and not doing tech that I made, it really makes me want to play the game and do the tech that I made. Because that's the only reason I was continuing playing in this last year without even speedrunning. I just wanted to prove that the tech I made was viable and could actually be done, like 5x Ridley, the Metroid 4 room, the 2x on Dragon setup. And it's unnecessary. I don't need to prove it. The tech is out there for those who wish to find it. It is out there. I left it all. It's on this channel. Most of it. Some of the Ridley routes are on my Twitch. Celebeat. Good luck finding that. If you don't already know where it is. We got a new Super Metroid world record. That's cool. I respect Shiny Zenny a lot as a player for that. It's kind of crazy to get 100% at any percent in a very difficult game, competitive game, while having a full-time job and being a father. That's insane. Dude is a legitimate all-time GOAT contender. Another thing with speedrunning, I'm just reading through these notes, so it might take a while. It's a jumbled mess in my brain. But on the notes, it's all lined up, and I might just skip some stuff. I might say things earlier than I should have, which is what I did here. So I gotta read through them. But speedrunning to me, it's sort of boring now because of what I said previously. I've done everything I need to do in it. Back when I was playing Super Metroid, any PB pace I had in Torian, no nerves. Mainly because I was like, this is fine. Don't care. I would get on the pace again eventually anyway. Maybe it's just because I never got good enough to where it'd be like, oh, I can't toss this run. Otherwise, I'll never get on this pace again. But, yeah, I was never nervous. Not once. I might have popped off because something was cool, but that's about it. Like, you watch my PBs, I think I have 2 pop-offs out of, what, 15 runs? They're like a 1-second pop-off. I had to drink some water. Sorry. But yeah, like 1 second of pop-off, and then immediately I'm just back down to, alright, what are we doing now? Realize that everything I've done in my life led me to where I am now, and I no longer have any regrets. I probably talked about this in the last life update, about how it felt really bad that I would spend so much time on speedrunning when that stuff could have been used elsewhere. I no longer think that. I think anything I've done in the past has put me in the position to where I am now, so I don't feel bad at all about anything I've done in the past. Unless it would, like, make me homeless. That might be bad. But I might be homeless anyway, because buying a house is impossible. But besides that, I'm mostly chilling on that mental side. Like, I would have never gotten into art if I hadn't had needed emotes for Twitch, which wouldn't have happened had I not been speedrunning. It's kind of crazy to think about. So if I'm cutting speedrunning out, what would I fill with it? Well, this last year I filled it with a job. My job contract ends next week, so I'm gonna need something else to fill it with while I do a job hunt, or hopefully I can sustain myself on just art commissions and stickers. That would be the ideal, because I don't really need much to live off of. I just need enough to exist, buy food, rent. I don't really buy any entertainment. So what am I going to transfer that time to? It's going to be transferred towards game deving. I really want to game dev. There's some stuff that I think only I, with my unique perspective that I gained from the speedrunning and the art that I've consumed and created, that only I could make. And it would be really sick and cool. That's all I'm going to say about it. Because I don't want to give myself a dopamine hit talking about how the thing would be cool, saying ideas about what it would be when it doesn't exist. I'm going to manifest it through action rather than words. I think that's important. This last year I started working out a lot more. It's been great. The fulfillment I would have gotten from speedrunning, it's sort of transferred into that working out thing. Anything that I'm not getting from getting better at arts transfers to working out. There's a visual improvement that I can see daily, and I feel better about it. Also back on Dance Dance Revolution. That's a fun game. I'm not good at it, but it's fun. Let's just go to the art year in review. We kind of talked about work a little bit. I'm just going to skip that entire section. I feel like this last year was the most improvement I've had in art since starting like 4 years ago. Finally started to learn fundamentals, which was huge. People on YouTube would tell me you don't need to know fundamentals. You need to know the fundamentals. They help a lot. I'm just having trouble figuring out where to post stuff because Twitter kind of sucks now. Blue Sky doesn't have that much of a user base. DeviantArt's bad. Where's everything gonna go? I do like putting things in small Discord communities, but it's not really good for growth, especially if I want to make some sort of income from art. Selling stickers or commissions. I've got notes, some arts notes of stuff I need to work on. You don't need to hear that. It's all nerdy technical stuff. I guess if you want to hear it, my poses are a bit stiff. They look the same from pick to pick, and there's low shape definition. That's actually what I was fixing in this Camp-White pick. I was trying to do a completely different pose than what I'm usually used to. AI in art. This section used to be huge when I wrote this thing a month ago. Now it's very small because I think people realize that AI generated images kind of suck. They don't really have soul to them. Not to say that it's all technically bad. Like the AI Miku. I think the AI Miku, Cat Miku looked fine. But it's like, if there's no decisions being made by people, it's just boring. So I don't think AI is going to overtake people. I think it's impossible. I think they're going to try to make it so that way they can overtake people, and we're just going to be like, this is bad. Don't do that. You're making slop. I don't want slop. AI merchants anger me. Oh yeah, if you're selling stuff with AI, you should probably disclose that you're using it. I don't really have an issue. I mean, I do, but what can you do of people like profiting off of AI generated images? It's like, people are gonna do it. There's no way we can stop it at this point. Just gotta live with it. But I think if you are doing that and you're not disclosing that you used AI, I think that's kind of fraudulent. I think that's a grave sin. I mean, we can kind of tell if you're using AI, but shh. Grave sin has been committed. You should disclose that stuff. Google Images has been ruined by AI. That's fun. Why is it so doomerish? I no longer trust the internet outside of small Discord groups or video content because most of it's AI. Yeah, things on the internet have just changed. Well, gotta deal with it. It'd be nice if they didn't, but what can you do now? I would really like to start a convention tour. I think that would be the best place for me to not only get feedback on work, but also talk to people and, show this artwork. It's clearly not AI. You're happy, I'm happy, we're chilling. Buy my sticker. Sticker shop's gonna go back up soon, by the way. I might change the website from Etsy because Etsy kind of does a lot of fees, and they didn't really help me with their search engine after a bit. But it's tough. It's tough. Let's see. Oh, this is a topic I didn't write about. This is something very important to me. I'm calling this the museum effect. It's not real at all. I just made it up 5 seconds ago. So artwork and entertainment on the internet, right? I feel like a lot of people just passively consume it. Like they'll watch the video or they'll look at a piece of art on Twitter. Maybe they'll drop a like on it. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just tell their friends that it's cool. I feel like a lot of people assume that if they are fed something, that thing must be good. and the person making it has made money off of it and knows what they made is good. It's not the case at all. Museum effect. You go to a museum, like an art museum, you just assume that the art's being featured there are made by people who know what they're doing. They're already getting paid for it. You can't physically tell them that the art was cool. So you just look at the art, appreciate it, and move on with your life. I think we need to start telling people, especially online, that when they make something cool, you gotta tell them it's cool. Passively consuming, well, it's something I do a lot. It's something I want to fix. Like, just imagine you see something really cool, you don't say anything, and the person who was making it's like, well, I guess this sucks. I'm not gonna make something new again. Versus if you told them, then it'd be like, someone appreciates my work. Yes, I shall continue and make the greatest art piece of all time. But yeah, really important. If you think something is cool, tell someone you think it's cool. Also, most people on the internet don't make money off the internet. Don't assume that. I know anyone watching this far in knows that because we're part of the speedrunning community. Most of us, I'm assuming. We know like 2 people within a community that can go full-time. Nobody in Kirby Superstar went full-time. Like, how many people in Super Metroid went full-time? 2? Maybe 3? There's an assumption that when something's fed to you, that the person making it knows that they're hot. They do not. You need to tell them. Send them a DM. Leave a comment in a reply. It might just make them continue to make cool stuff. Very important. I'll tell you this. Maybe some people who don't post art on Twitter. I used to be in this position. Used to not post art on Twitter, or when I did, it would be very poor art. Would only get a few likes, and every like was like, yay, I got a like. Hooray. Eventually, once you're posting for long enough, those likes sort of compound and become a wave. Just a big number. You don't really look at them anymore. I still look at the comments, though. Any comment is far more important to me than a like or like a retweet. Leave a comment. Important. That's the one message of the video. I'm starting game dev. I hope I talked about that in this take. I'm starting game dev. I'm gonna learn how to do games. That's gonna be cool. The final topic is future video ideas. Because my job contract's ending, I'm gonna have some free time. I was wondering if people would be interested in some in-depth looks at some legendary speedruns. And by legendary, I mean speedruns you probably don't care about whatsoever, but are insane. Like the Kirby Superstar record, cracked. The Cave Story record, ridiculous. I barely watched any of it, but the stuff I did watch floored me. Oats and Goats' previous world record. That run was insane, man. Most people don't know. They don't know about them in the streets. My goat. But yeah, I would like to just in-depth analyze those. And of course, make sure people actually have to watch the video. Rather than just being like, hey, look at me. Here's a documentary about how speedrunning's cool. Now don't go watch the people because I gave you all the info. I would withhold information so that way you have to watch the people's VODs. You don't have to watch their live streams. Watching live streams is unreasonable, I think, at this point. Just because you gotta do your job. You have a job to do. A career. You have relationships to fulfill. When I was in high school, would just watch Twitch for days. But now, nah. That's everything I wanted to talk about. I'm feeling very, very good about art and the future right now. Here is the final image of what's been drawn in the background. Isn't that great? Just a few things I could change and then it'd be fantastic. Like I said, I don't know if I said this. I feel like I'm almost there to make great stuff. It's just a few small things need to be tweaked, and bang, I'll be the art master. And then here's a Catboy from like 3 years ago. Look at that improvement. Isn't that insane? Lovely. Yeah, streaming, I'll probably stream art, continue to stream art whenever I can. Only inking. I don't really like doing shapes or colors while people are watching because I use references. I gotta hide the references. References being photos of me, by the way. I don't need people to see me doing this Catboy pose in real life. Okay? Bye.